Hey folks, welcome to lesson number 27. If you guys did the lesson 26 that had the popping and slapping and all that kind of stuff, you will be way ahead for this one. If you did not do it, I would suggest strongly to go back and do that one before you tackle this, because I will not be telling you how to pop and slap on this one, because you should already know how. Why? Because you did these in order. Alright, but if you already know such things, groovy. Popping and slapping and finger picking. There will be no pick used in this. You can use your pick, of course, if you care to. It will not be as groovy, but you will still get stuff out of this. Cool chords, stuff that you may not have normally used, and some cool vamping. This gets into kind of a jazz thing that will incorporate a little bit of cool, just I don't dare say, because there's no way to say it's Chad Atkins-ish, okay? A little bit of that stuff. Okay, so if you want to find this, you can always go to ReverbNation.com and look for Scott Grove. Or just look for this song. It's called Cheaper to Keeper. A lot of people have made a song called Cheaper to Keeper, but not under my name. And you'll hear it on there. But that's what it is, and how I'm going to show you this is just with that song of mine and how I played it. And why use this one instead of another one? Number one, because it's not a song that they're going to catch me with the copyright infringement on, since it's mine. Another one because it's just cool. Okay, so it's going to be this. So try it again. So that kind of stuff. So if that's what you want to learn, add off, it sounds groovy to you, stick around. We'll go through how to do this song, and most of it is not to learn the song, because who wants that? Nobody. But it's just how to play that way and start getting you towards that kind of melodic thing on the low strings and the high strings at the same time. Okay? So Jerry Reed did a lot of this type of stuff too on the Stratocaster, but it always sounds great on acoustic as well. I always start whenever I got 50% chance of getting something right, I mess it up. Okay, I always try to zoom in and I zoom the other way every time. Okay, so the thing is finger picking. What I'm going to do here is thumb on the low E string. Okay, typical walk up in the key of A. We're going to be using bar chords, all 6, which we already know because you already went back and learned it. If you didn't, go back and get it. That's what they're there for. So A bar chord. So we're going to go on the low E string, some good popping like this with your thumb, like we did last lesson. Okay, open 2, 4, 5. When you hit 5, you should be ready with the full bar chord. Because when we get there, we're right into it. Okay, so again, open and okay. Or you can do it all muted, which I really like for this type of stuff. It gives it that swampy sound or jazz sound. So you can hear all of them, and again, it's a matter of how much you let off of that part of your hand, off of the string or on it. So you can still hear the notes, but they are still muted at the same time, so they're half muted. Now we're doing a thing where we're doing the outside strings, both E strings. And just like a crab pinching. Okay, so it's, now we're going into the low E string still, but now instead of that, we're going into the B string. So it's going on the B string from the 5 that is already here, going to 7, hammer on, and pull off. You only hit it once. Okay? And that one there is taking that 7 on the B string and the low E string, and you're sliding up with only that note. So this goes up to from the 7th to the 8th. Okay? You can just go up there if you want, or okay. Okay. Or you could go down like that. Okay. And that's a cool one, is to, okay, just pull off your finger on the G string, put it back on with just a hammer on, and hit the high E string again, which is, okay. Just different ways of doing it. I don't care how you do it, just pick what you like. I just want to hit every variable. It's always a nice one. I mix it up a lot. The next one is, okay, a D7, and actually becomes a D9 because I add in the high E string, which is going to be a second. So we got 7, that note, so D, and 7 plus the 2, the open 2. It's literally that easy. We learned it earlier in our basic theory thing we did earlier. 7 plus 2, the 2 notes we added in here. 7 plus 2 is 9, so we got a 9th chord. Yes, it works that way for the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, all that stuff that you see weird. Well, we need a D13, and it's always going to be 7 plus something every time. 7 plus what equals 13? 6. So you find a 7, and you add a 6th, and put them together, and you got a 13th chord. Yes, it's that easy. Okay, so the 9th chord is so cool. You do like a C chord, you move it up 2 frets. Something sounds weird, but something sounds not weird. Because it's not a 9th yet until you put the 7 down, which is your pinky, G string, 5th fret. Okay? Yes, you've heard it in a lot of things. Okay, so these are great chords. This is going to be from that I used on the A string, and then on the B string. Okay, then G string, then thumb on the D string. I do this. Okay, so from E, B, G, I go all over the place with my thumb. Okay. Okay. Something to get you on that B string again. Okay, so I do a little muting thing. just hit an open D string, or not an open, but a muted D string. Hear that? And then back to this. There's that much. And then I take that whole thing, move it up to E. Okay, this here's E7 because we just have a natural E string on the top. Unison string, so it's just E7. Same thing. Okay, same picking as before. Okay, so part of the same one before. Actually, all of it. Okay, that part, let's get to there. I'll go a little further and then we'll just go through it again. Back to the A. Is whatever else you want to hit with the A one time. Okay. Like if I do it chromatically down, so A. So we go backward, 1, 2, 3. So we're actually going 4, 3, 2. And that's a 6 chord. 6 chords are minor. Anything so you could tell it's a minor. Which means you got to hit the G string because it's major, minor, major, minor. Okay? Okay, and then coming up. All that fun stuff right there, which is, okay. So that's A, then the E and the B string. Now this. Okay, just those chords going from D, D sharp, E, back, just a click. A, now we're going to do the mutings. Okay, up like we did during the popping lessons. Up 3 frets, so from A up here to the 8th fret, and all kind of muted chromatically down 1 fret at a time. So we're going 8, 7, 6, A, 5, then that same lick we did before. Okay, so open, 2, 4, so we use it all again. Okay, so that's how we get that in A. Alright, one more time, really slow, and you can watch everything you need to, and go back whenever you need it. Okay, later on I add a couple things. These are kind of cool. I add a 2, which will be a minor. No, I'm sorry, it's major this time. 99% chance being minor, but it is major. Now, then I go to the okay, just went up for some flavor. Okay, going up to the F7. Okay, so like a second time around. second time around again. Okay, another one, if you want to add it from the using the popping and slapping stuff from before, is or and if you don't know what that is, we did it last lesson on 26, okay? Okay, so it just adds more stuff to it. So it's really cool to add these things. It's just a normal A. It's all during just A. It's just cool to add all that and to have this cool ninth chord. A lot of people, Merle Haggard used that a lot. And so did everybody else in the world. But just to have the seventh, and then you could add other notes in with it. But just a flavor save. Did a flavor. But it's real nice to have that movement. So you have bass, walking, kind of, sort of, and the rhythm and lead things all going at the same time. So you're going towards that Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins kind of thing, very basically, but it's taking you there. It's your first step. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Just kind of, like I said, just a basic way to get into that kind of playing. And the chords are cool. Use them, don't abuse them, because the less you play them and then you throw one out there, it makes it special instead of playing it all the time and then it gets tiring to the listener's ear. Even though you like it a whole bunch and want to play it a whole bunch, the listener's ear is just used to hearing major chords and basic music, but the other thing makes you hit that jazzy thing, and it entertains the listener's ear. They pick up something different and you sound 1,000 times cooler because you threw that in. And you are 1,000 times cooler because you showed restraint and then you put the special thing in there. Alright, so get ready for number 28 coming your way. Something a lot of people show, but I'll show you differently. Okay? Later.